Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. You've got Darren Little here with the Success Vortex, where positivity meets. And I've got the great pleasure today of being able to connect with one of the people, the students that have gone through the subconscious mind tapping. We're going to be talking to Shengmeii Shirley. And when we really unfold what's happened here, just in a very, very short period of time, maybe, like a 90-day period of time. Guys, I'm telling you what, buckle up, fasten your seatbelts, because what you're about to find out about can literally change every aspect of your life. I'm talking about health and fitness. I'm talking about spiritual and emotional, family, relationships, communication, career, travel, financial goals, manifesting material things into your life, but most important, contribution, giving back, and making a difference. It's truly about leaving behind a legacy for our family, for our community after we're gone. Now, one of the things that you're going to find out about tonight is really how to tap into your subconscious mind using the power of subconscious mind tapping. And what you'll find is that the gateway to our future really lies, guys, in cleaning up our past. Now, what if there was just a few little tweaks that you could make to your daily action steps that literally propelled you at lightning speed to be able to manifest anything that you wanted into your life? So first of all, Shirley, welcome to the call.
Hey, Darren, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Fantastic. So Shirley, tell us a little bit more about yourself just for the viewers. I mean, where were you at in your life prior to going through subconscious mind tapping and having your personal breakthrough?
Yeah, so I was a little more about me. I'm a cosmetologist in Austin, Texas. I've been doing it professionally for 3 years, makeup and hair, and I love it. It is a passion for me, but I was stuck with that 9 to 5 job, sometimes even a part-time job, because I I I was so passionate about it that I wanted to stick with the industry, hoping that another opportunity would come my way, and I was stuck there just waiting for that opportunity, and it never came. So I went from one job to another, and it was from bad customer service to quality service to bad customer service, or none of either. And it just came down to a point where it just brought me to a really negative state of mind. Every morning I woke up, I dreaded getting out of bed. I would probably lay there for another 30 minutes. And even on my days off, I would be laying in bed until the afternoon. I would be in bed and lay for another 3 hours because I just didn't want to get up. It was very emotionally draining. Even though it's work, I dragged it home with me. I took it everywhere I went. And that was the moment I knew that, there has to be something else. I know that there's something else for me. I have so much more potential than this, but no one's able to see it. I was just caged. I was trapped, and I didn't even know where to begin. I just thought, all right, I'll just keep working it off, and the work will pay off. But the problem was that I was waiting for the opportunity to come, and it never came because I was not meeting it halfway, or I was not going the whole 9 yards, basically. So I knew there was something wrong. I didn't know where to begin or how. And then another opportunity came up, and I realized what I was missing was mentorship. That's what I was missing, mentorship, because I was walking alone this whole time thinking no one would understand me. No one could possibly understand me. I think the way I see things is different, and no one's gonna, I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want to be judged for what I loved. I didn't want to be judged for my dream. Therefore, I was doing everything behind closed doors and then wanting to come out perfect. And that was the other problem. I tried too hard to be perfect that it never came. The opportunity never came because I tried so hard to be perfect, but it never even began because I felt that I wasn't perfect. I
Wow.
just thought I wasn't perfect.
So let me ask you this, Shirley. You brought up a lot of really good points there that I think so many people actually go through because they're in a situation and their thought process, repetitive over and over and over, actually starts to create a negative vortex and pulls them down a negative rabbit hole where they actually start creating everything that they don't want in their life, and it actually can start to affect their health. It affects their sleep patterns, and they actually can actually go into a clinical depression. Did you find some of those type of things were starting to happen for you with your confidence or your self-esteem or things like that, where you just didn't even want to get out of bed?
It did. I couldn't go to sleep, and then I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't even want to get up and get ready for work. And the fact that I'm in the beauty industry, that's very important. But if I'm not, if I don't have a full face on and my hair done, there's something wrong there. But I didn't even want to do that. I mean, and it even came to a point where I was speaking with a client, and I would always say things like, oh, I just can't go to sleep. I just can't go to sleep until around 3 a.m. I'm just laying there. And she goes, I hope you're not sitting there just worrying about things, because that's what I used to do. And I'm like, yeah, I did. I just laid there worrying about everything I didn't have. And that's what it really affected me.
Wow. So let me ask you this, Shirley, because I know that you have just this last 90 days. I mean, literally, your life is completely transformed. I know that you have walked away from that career. You've now launched your own business of yourself. You've really stepped into your personal power. And it's been quite amazing for me to witness this online, because you're getting so much. It's almost like you got a whole fan base now that's just appeared out of nowhere. Let me ask you this. What interested you the most when you first heard about subconscious mind tapping? What made you say, you know what, I got to go through this. This is going to totally change my life.
Yeah, I didn't even know what I was getting myself into, really. I just thought that, all right, I've I've chose this path. Now I'm just gonna go through the whole cycle again. I just gotta figure out new strategies. But when subconscious mind tapping came into play, I I was more interested in the path to the success part, helping me with my business. But I had no idea that it would actually help my personal life as well. And that's the amazing part, because we don't really need a secret pill. There's no secret pill that we take every morning to feel confident in the day. And that's just mind blowing, really. That's in all health, life, and career. It has changed 360. I did a 360 completely.
Wow, fantastic. So let
Mm-hmm.
me ask you this, because I know that a lot of people out there are probably thinking to themselves, well, you know, I mean, what is so unique about this product? What's so different about this product? And when you started to hear some of the, I call it the verbiage, about the human condition and quantum physics and the wave particle theory and things like this, and how our thoughts and our words and emotions all create our reality. What were some of the things that were starting to go through your mind at that point when you started hearing some of these different concepts?
Well, first off, for me, I'm always want to listen to motivational audios and videos and all that to get me through the day or the week. So that honestly has helped, but it has been up and down, up and down. It's kind of like I listen to it in the morning to start off my day, and then by the end of the evening, going to the job that I didn't enjoy and coming back, I'm back at square one. But with subconscious mind tapping, it was more of it was definitely different, because it touched right into my soul, really. And it wasn't about just the present, it was about the past too, and then how to, us recreating our own future. And as soon as, it mentioned about the gateway to the past is cleaning up, I mean, gateway to the future is cleaning up the past. I'm thinking, what is that supposed to mean? I thought the past doesn't define your future. I mean, but I get, you know, there's a big misconception with all that, you know, but I did understand at that point. Then I realized, well, let me check in my mind there. Let's rewind here and see what went on in my past. And then I realized a lot of things I did at that point. When I started cleaning up my past, I started finding out my own answers to the problems that I have in my reality today. And um, and I took it very well, because as much as I would want to say that the negative people in my life in the past, it's their fault. They're the ones who made me this way, and I hate them. I don't want to talk to them. I didn't handle it that way. You know, I figured out that there's a reason why that they act that way. And, you know, we can't change a person, but we can get them, we can change ourselves. We can't let them affect us. And the way that, I mean, personally, I'm not looking at the people who treated me bad in the past and say that it's because they didn't realize what they had, but it's because I didn't love myself enough, which is why if you don't love yourself, then people are going to see that and they may take advantage or take you for granted for that reason.
Exactly. So let me ask you this, Shirley, because I know that there's a lot of viewers out there right now that they've walked on fire and they've been to these different seminars and programs and read books and listened to the audios. How did the ease of going through this product, you know, sort of compare or relate to other paths that you've been on, you know, going into personal development programs? Was it easy to take in the message, to digest the information, and then start?
It was very, it was rocky in the beginning, because then I had those blockers. You know, my ego was still there, and I think that was one of the most hardest things to let go of, was my ego, because I was so used to doing things on my own, and I wanted to come out as that perfectionist who had her shit together. And yeah, letting go of my ego was the hardest part, which is why in the beginning I still tried to do things quietly to the side here, still trying to do subconscious mind tapping. But then all of a sudden one day I said, this is not getting me anywhere. I'm not taking the actions that I need to get where I need to be. I mean, this is all up to me in the end. My present and my future, it's all up to me. And the reason why I'm not there yet, the reason why I'm not manifesting, is because I had that blocker in my mind telling me, you can't do it because you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have it. And I erased it completely. And the moment, it was such a smooth transition, because I really can't even tell you when it happened. All I know is that it was when I started to take the action that I needed to do to showcase that I was on my path, and I did love myself unconditionally to move forward. So it was just that smooth. I can't even tell you the date, but I'm taking action.
So let me ask you this, Shirley. When you started looking more into, you know, the wave particle theory and these two worlds that exist simultaneously, and, you know, you really started to go down that rabbit hole, how did that start to transform your life?
I'm sorry, you say that last part again? I couldn't really.
You know, when you started to find out more about the wave particle theory and these two worlds that exist simultaneously, and how you can actually steer your ship to create whatever you want, what was going through your mind at that time? How did that start to affect your life?
It became very simple. It was either I take action or I'm screwed. It was just those two things. There was nothing really in between that. I mean, the problem is that I kept thinking about what I lacked instead of what I would gain. I had a vague picture of the image, but then I was so focused on the problems and the failures that I was currently going through, that I couldn't, it distracted me from reaching the bigger picture. And so the moment I knew that it started getting more simple, was that I needed to just take a step one by one in order to get there. Then it all really just fell into place. And I had mentioned in previously to people that it was just like, as soon as I accepted everything as it was and learned that it really truly is up to me and how I make my life, then everything around me just sort of like molded together. And I even mentioned that for some reason I feel like my life has even given me these deadlines to to start it. And like I said, I strongly agree that if you don't set yourself a deadline for getting things done, then no one's gonna know. The universe isn't gonna know. You haven't confirmed it or anything, which is why everything seems to be up in the air. But everything fell into place as soon as I proclaimed it.
So let me ask you this, because you brought up some really cool things there. So, what areas of your life started changing once you learned these strategies in subconscious mind tapping? You were able to surrender your ego and just actually take the simple action steps and apply them. What areas of your life started to change?
Job-wise, because I left my job to do to continue entrepreneurship full time, is I realized that this isn't for me. The more that I stay in a 9 to 5, then I'm just going to be more depressed, and I'm going to sink down into this hole, and I won't be able to get out. There's no way that I could fake going to a 9 to 5 job that I had and be happy, because even everyone started knowing, but it was just a negative force of energy that I knew that no matter what, I didn't want that life for me. So career-wise, that changed completely, because it actually led me to working full-time from home. And even in my personal life, to where as I mentioned, I used to do everything on my own without letting anybody know, because I was scared of the judgment that I would get. And I didn't want anybody to tell me things that might distract me from what I wanted to do. I didn't want any negative thoughts to hurt me. So the moment that I started being more clear to everyone about what I was doing, and I started being more open, then they started, not that they didn't respect me before, but they started to respect me a lot more than that, and see me as I know what I'm doing, and there's a reason for it. And it just came to the point where a lot of people just come to me for advice now. I mean, with work and life and everything, they gradually just came to me, because they see me as that solutions provider. And even with working from home, I didn't have the money, and I had to change that mindset, because anybody can find money anywhere. And money is energy. You can make it, you can find it, whatever, But I didn't have it, but I found it, and the money that I needed left, I had a family member actually give that money to me. And then I was like, oh my God, you don't know how much this means to me. And she goes, I do know how much it means to you. That's why I'm giving it to you. And I think a lot of people need to understand that when you are more vocal about your passions and your dreams and your goals, people will help you more, and you will find that help that you need to get there.
Absolutely.
Just everybody's more positive around you, and so are you, and it leads to something better.
So let me ask you this, Shirley. How fast did things start changing in your life when you started to apply it? Like, was it, within a few days, within a few weeks? What was, when did you first notice something changing? Either your energy, your self-talk, your resonance, your ability to sleep better? How long did it take before things started to change for you?
I would say weeks near to a month was when, no, I think it was a lot sooner than that. I think it was just about 2 weeks after that, because as soon as I realized that it was working for others, that was taking subconscious mind tapping, I knew that I need to implement it right away. So I did everything that was in the system, and then one day I just woke up pretty different. I just woke up like I was on a mission, um, and then it just was just boom, 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 there. I started popping out videos and insight and advice and motivational speaking, and people just it makes me feel good because people are actually appreciating the content that I provide to them, and it is making a change to them. You know, even scrolling through my newsfeed now, I see that it spread like wildfire because a lot more people are posting inspirational quotes and all that, and they're being more positive, and I see it happening, and I feel that I'm finally making the difference that I've always been wanting to do. So
Exactly.
mhm.
So let me ask you this, Shirley, and I know that as you, like, when you come into a room now and you just show up in any place, what do people say? What are their comments about you?
Besides, I like your makeup. um, well, people are just, I think I'm very approachable because I kid you not, just the other day, someone approached me I was sitting at a Starbucks, and again, I looked like I was on a mission. I had my iPad right here and I had my laptop right there, and I'm just working away. And people, I think I just have become very, people are more drawn to me, and I think they find me very easy to talk to, even though I'm not even talking to them or looking their way. And I sense such positive energy everywhere I go now. It's weird, and I never feel that way. Maybe it's Southern hospitality. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, because even the other day, someone had approached me and offered me an opportunity, but I'm unemployable. So that's the thing. And it's great that I know that as of today I can say that I'm unemployable because I am on my path. And if you asked me 3 months ago, I would have never said that. I would have still tried to take the offer, or just because I felt like nothing was working or I needed a plan B. I don't need a plan B because plan A is that's it. There's nothing left. I mean, there's no room for failing at this point.
Fantastic. So let me ask you this, Shirley, in closing. Would you recommend subconscious mind tapping to a friend or somebody that you cared about?
I definitely would, because as I said in the beginning, I mainly went into subconscious mind tapping for my business, and I had no idea that it would change my life and my personal life, because um, even because now I've learned to block all the negative in my life. I don't even think about the bad things. I mean, before this, before I even got into this, I was recovering from a relationship, and I mean, it was bad. It was horrible, but and I would just play all the bad times and during those times in my head, because I would just not get over it. I couldn't believe it, and it sucked me down completely. But with uh, with this system, it really just, I'm so positive all around, and I've learned to take control of my mind and remove the negativity. As soon as it happens every time, as soon as I think about something negative, it's automatically blocked, and I'm just so thankful. I mean, I wake up every day, even just most recently when I had my super duper huge breakthrough, and I just wake up every day thinking thinking everything, and praying and being thankful and being grateful, and life's just so beautiful right now. It is. It's very beautiful. I mean, I see the beauty in everything. I see the beauty in everyone, and it's just great. I've still, I can't even find the exact words to explain um, how how happy I am right now. Just how happy and how beautiful my life is because I chose to have it that way.
Fantastic. Guys, you know what? This is really, really exciting because this is typical. I will tell you that people that go through this training, they literally become like a bouquet of energy, of positive energy that comes out of them like a fountain, literally like a fountain, right? Once they understand the power of the subconscious mind, once they understand what's been actually holding them back their entire life, and they didn't even realize it, right? Once you can sort of open up this gateway and unlock this door, boom, there's this whole other reality that exists. Guys, here's what I'm going to share with you. Once I learned these strategies, this is what propelled me to become a millionaire at 35 years old, to go on to make millions and millions of dollars over the course of my career. And not only that, but help others by teaching them and training them with this information. Now, up until now, this information has been only available to the very select group of people that have worked with me personally. And now, for a limited time, we're actually opening up this product worldwide, right, through JVZoo, for you to be able to get to take this product, to go through it, to implement it into your life, and to start seeing these amazing transformations happening for you too. So if you're seeing this video on a page, click the link below and take action. Throw your hat over the wall, and you will be totally amazed what happens in every single aspect of your life. So you've got Darren Little here with the Success Vortex, where positivity meets. I look forward to meeting you in person one day, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Bye for now.